Coming up in all angles, once taboo, now green gold. The ganja industry growing fast all around the world. But what of Jamaica? What of small farmers? Long hiding from police and soldiers.
Would I like get with license, line up with thing, get with everything fully up and running, and I work with you as well, they must say. But if he is too dear.
Are they being ushered in or once again shut out?
We need to come together to see how best we can be inclusive and to include all the players.
And thank you so much for joining us on this edition of All Angles. I'm Dion Jackson Miller. My guest today will be Ras IRV from the Westmoreland Ganja Farmers Association. We're also going to be hearing from Dr. Kadamawi, Knife of Scarce Commodity. Later on in the program, we will be hearing as well from officials at the Cannabis Licensing Authority. And of course, we want you to tweet along with us. Remember our hashtag, it's TVJ All Angles. Before all of that though, Giovanni Dennis has a special report.
Medication. Your medication makes me high. Just be patient.
I can't tell you exactly where we're going, but I can tell you it's deep rural Jamaica. I can't tell you exactly who we're about to speak to, but I can tell you he's a ganja man. A small ganja farmer who has agreed to an interview on condition of anonymity. Anonymity because without a license, it's still illegal to grow ganja commercially in Jamaica. What's some of the experience you have with law enforcement in IPAS?
Well, back in the days, we have to run up and down, we have plant weed, we have to run up and down and all of them things there. So my time captor come down with police them come in, but I have some little police still where definitely when them come in, it's a joy still, for them now come kill out your thing. Come and them a price your thing you're doing. Yeah, them a price your weed gear, make them know say why they want XYZ out of it and where. If you don't make them get it, you don't know you're going to have some problem with them for you can't get for plant no more. But we have to pay them some money. Soldier come same way. If a certain amount of soldier, we have to find money. If I like more than 4 soldier, we will get cut down. If I like 4 or 3 soldiers, well, we can say, all right, we just line up a piece of money and give them a piece of money and get we wait to move through, you understand?
You fear them? You fear law enforcement?
Yes. Well, for them I run the thing, Them I run the thing, You understand? And we don't want them behind the bars when we out there and we can go and deal with something. We have 4 kids to deal with, same way, so, make no sense. Me show up my chest and go and like say, yes. I'm not afraid of law enforcement, isn't it? Yes, man. That's why we have to hide and do what we do.
Did this help you take care of your family?
Yes. To so far, To so far.
But it's not just about earning a living. He's also deeply passionate about the ganja industry.
I have a love for the herbs, which I know. Believe me, we love herbs. We love the herbs. We love the herbs.
Despite that passion, he feels shut out of the developing formal sector, shut out by high fees and other expensive barriers to entry.
Feel like it's too much for these small farmers, them. $1 million or too much for these small farmers, them.
He's not alone. There's been an almost universal outcry from stakeholders. This was the September 25 sitting of Parliament's Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, PAAC. Chairman Wickham McNeil asked Cannabis Licensing Authority CEO Lincoln Allen the cost to set up a Tier 1 ganja farm, the smallest.
We have estimated it to be a little bit less than $1 million.
I beg your pardon?
A little bit less than $1 million.
It could need to be a lot less than $1 million. $1 million. Why would it cost $1 million So hold on, who they pay that to?
Because of the...
Hold on, who they pay that to? To
cost,
you?
It's the cost to build out the infrastructure to facilitate.
No. Wow. This is going to take a while.
A Tier 1 cultivation license covers a farm of up to 1 acre. Our ganja farmer's current plot is less than 1/10 of that, although his entire property is roughly an acre.
The money there is heavy away from the small farmers them. I mean, I talk about for every small farmers. I go through St. Elizabeth and all of them places there where I check it out and all of them things there. Well, it pressure small farmers them. Believe me, it pressure small farmers them.
For years, ganja farmers have been stigmatized, persecuted, and prosecuted. Until recently, when possessing small amounts was decriminalized. It has since become a hot topic, especially discussions surrounding the medicinal use of cannabis. But ganja farmers, like the one who owns this property, who produce for mostly recreational purposes, feel they are being priced out and excluded from a market that they fought to maintain long before the current widespread interest.
If them couldn't do something more better than that with small farmers them, with our requirement where them say we are going to want to fix up greenhouse and all of them things there. Well, as me say, we don't like get with license, line up with things, get with everything fully up and running, and I work with you as well, them I say. But the fee is too dear.
Others share similar sentiments.
True, with someone, the license alone, we can have the money to get near it, you see me? Everybody just come in with them bag of money, you see me? We don't have a fire, so we use to sell it for when go to jail for it, everything, you see me? But now, that come, but how we are going to get the money to start it and put it out our way, you see me?
Them used to criticize we, them burn fire upon we every day, and now our thing get, what them not say, not legalized, but them just decriminalize the thing on a level where them take it up and have it on a commercial level where them are distributed. The farmers like us, we used to have to run and hide from police and soldier, we not benefit. Them a benefit, them take over our thing, and them have it to deal with for them thing. So I'll be a stupidness a go on.
No only the big man alone feed the food, and the small farmer want a piece of the bread too.
Even lawmakers were livid after learning of the costs. Wickham McNeil chairs the PAAC.
Where you bold us, especially the center stump, is when you say that, for a small farmer, Tier 1, his infrastructure is $1 million. Then I heard a discussion about cameras and this and that. If you go down that line, believe me, all of this is designed to exclude a whole series of people out of the industry. And I'm telling you, you look around this room, if it's one thing we're united on, is this issue that we're going to ensure that the benefits of this go to the small and micro businessmen.
Hero Clark is an MP in St. James.
If we allow it to go according to how it is being said to us or seem to be going, then the little man will have no space.
Homer Davis is the mayor of Montego Bay.
We have to find a way to see how we can bring our small farmers. They were the ones who were persecuted at some point. They were the ones who suffers time and time in jail.
And it's for those reasons that this farmer believes more should be done for people like him. Because although he gladly showed us his security cameras, he simply cannot afford the nearly $1 million for the other requirements.
In a real life, when I like it's set when we can get my license and know what I require to deal with it and get it done.
You know, once them kind of improve on how them public education campaign and feel like go around and actually talk to small farmers who are in the industry for a while and who know it, like to actually share more info.
Yeah. From them I thought me just see no vehicle drive around, me no hear nobody come and ask who a plant weed, who don't like plant weed, if you don't like getting yourself in the industry or whatsoever. I don't see nobody come around and drive around and say that. Time I look out to see either a lady or a man, a drive through, and I put all of them things together and I say to the younger youth them.
But Audley Shaw, Minister for Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, gave this assurance.
I want to make it abundantly clear that we have absolutely no intention of squeezing the little man out of the industry. In fact, we have taken steps. And I have to tell you, I have to admit this to you, the information about the $1 million was news to me.
And Delano Seavright, a director on the board of the CLA, says a plan is in the pipeline.
It's expensive because the process here costs money, and it has to be very stringent because we have to be in compliance with international law, we have to be in compliance with the UN conventions. But we're working a solution. Right now we have the ability to allow farmers to defer their payments.
But what exactly is being done to help small farmers right now? An alternative development program has been in place since 2017. Dermot Spence is the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries.
Under that program is where the small scale tier 1 and so persons are being targeted to facilitate their incorporation into the legal space.
The program is supposed to assist traditional small ganja farmers migrate to the legal industry.
What the program embodies is the CLA looking at its regulation and establishing the kind of guidelines that enables the small player to be connected, and accordingly MOU was signed with a facilitator, somebody who is going to be purchasing. Remember that the legal arrangement for Jamaica as signed off by the Parliament is to participate in the medicinal space.
So far, only ganja farmers in Akongpong have benefited. Mr. Spence says farmers in Orange Hill, Westmoreland are next, but finding lawfully owned land is a drawback. Wickham McNeil, who is an MP in the parish, says he's been working with the growers who have been ready for 2 years.
It's going nowhere. That is the feeling on the ground. They're not getting any land. Everyone is organized, meeting, doing everything possible, but just not getting the facilitation. And yet you will see, how many tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cultivators going, and the persons who were in it at the start have been left behind, sitting down and not getting the assistance necessary.
There's to be a follow-up PAAC meeting, again focusing on the problem of inclusion. It's a problem this farmer believes must be solved for the sake of Jamaica's youth.
Where would you want to see Jamaica go with the legal ganja industry?
Well, in a real life, we don't want it to see it go far, far. You understand, far? As far as I see it, you have to just get the youth them. You understand? Mr. Government, we just give the youth them the thing. Give them a go and make them go. You understand? It's all about the weed, and this will take Jamaica out.
So much, Giovanni. And when we come back after the break, we'll hear from officials at the Cannabis Licensing Authority. Why on earth $1 million? Why is it so high? And also our in-studio guests. Remember our hashtag, it's TVJ All Angles. We're back in a moment.
Summer ganja planter, call me the ganja farmer. Deep down in the earth, we put the ganja.